Hello, welcome everybody. Today we're going to see how to launch a Linux virtual machine into Google Cloud Platform and then logging into it. Let's get started. So first, we'll have to make sure which project that we will have to launch our Linux instance into. And the project that I have at the moment is GCP class. So if we want to change the project, just click here and then select the project and then click open here. Okay, so I would want to launch my Linux instance into GCP class, so I'm not changing the project. So do you see three bars here? Please click on the three bars here. Go to compute engine here, another compute. This app engine is PaaS services and compute engine is your compute IaaS services. Click on VM instances. Click on create if you have already some instances. So that will show create instances here, but now we have no instances, so I'm clicking on create instances. Create, and then this is instance name, no uppercase allowed. Let's just try whether show name must be lowercase letters, numbers and hyphens. So lowercase Linux system. So I've just typed Linux system, and then you can choose whatever the zone that you want to launch your Linux instance into it. So I'm just keeping the default zone here. So see here, there are two types that you can select your hardware. So something like that. So these are all fixed. So based on what you, these are all pre-cooked AMI. I mean pre-cooked the hardware configuration. You can say you can select whatever you want, but we can also customize here. If you click customize, you can choose based on how many CPUs you want, and then how much memory that you want. But this is very smart and intelligent. If you keep the core is 1, the maximum GB that you can put memory is 6.5. If you just add another CPU here, the maximum is doubled here. So this is intelligent and smart enough to decide how much memory that will can be occupied, or how much memory you can actually set for that particular number of CPU. So I don't want to go with customize. I'll just keep as basic view now. So I'm going to select the small one. So because this is a class purpose, I'm not going to run any applications. I'm choosing I can also choose this, but that might be very slow to do some operations. So just selecting this, and based on what you've selected here, so you are being shown estimated cost here. So if you change, see here, it changed, and if you select something else, it changed. Don't worry. So even though that is a free account, so this money will be taken from the free credit that you have. And be noted that not like Amazon or unlike Amazon and Azure, Google compute platforms, Google Cloud platform charges per minute and per second basis. So that means if you used it for 30 minutes or 1 minute, if you use it for 1 minute, you will only charge for 1 minute. If you use for 30 minutes, it will be only charged for 30 minutes. But somewhere I've read that the first unit will be 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, how much ever you used, it will be like per second or per minute basis. So think that way. So, and the money what they are showing you here is per month. So, and again, click change here. So if you want to launch containers into your platform, click here, because I don't want to launch in containers. So change here, this is boot disk, which operating system that you wanted to select. So I'm selecting CentOS 7. So you can choose pretty much Windows and everything. I will be making another video on Windows. So CentOS, and the maximum persistent disk that you need to have for Linux is 10 for CentOS. I'm clicking on it. Yeah, select, and then I'm just going to give allow full access, just to make sure that I have everything that I needed. Just create. Boom. So in just about a minute or maybe in 10-15 seconds, so it should be up and running. Linux instances are often very fast. So you can just click refresh here. So hope you are able to see refresh here. So this one, the refresh. So without clicking refresh, this has a, we've got this instance. So if you want to log into that instance, click on SSH and open browser window. So there is a browser window that opens with SSH, which is very good feature. So unlike Amazon, you'll have to have a putty to get into your instance, but here Google is giving you, how to SSH into it, the interface to SSH into it. So which is really incredible, and I really personally like that. So no extra tools required. So this is your and in Amazon, so they give you the DNS name, but here whatever the name that you gave for your virtual machine will be named as a virtual machine, even the inside. See here, when I type host name, a command here, so it is showing me Linux system. So it is showing me Linux system. So this is what I was talking about. So if it is in AWS, if you give host name, it shows the private IP as the DNS name and the host name. So this is really wonderful. So I'm just going here. See, this is your virtual machine shell. So that means you are inside that virtual machine, or the server that you have created. But again, I'm gonna now launch the Google Cloud Shell. I've made another video, my first video. If you have any questions about Google Shell, just get into it. So this is Google Shell. I'm clicking on it. So this will actually provision one VM for me to give, and where I can operate this the commands. So I can just put it here. So this is, you can handle all Google Cloud resources through this shell. But this shell is that the shell of your system that you've just launched. So don't get confused or stressed yourself to understand what is that and what is that. So you can just use this video and then go back and then play it again to understand it. So now, so I wanted to see how many instances that I have. Currently I have only one instance, and let me just check, does Google Cloud is smart enough to show how many computers that we have. So Google Cloud, G Cloud, compute, instances, list. So this should list how many servers that we have currently in my Google account. So it says 1, so the Linux system. So now I would want to stop and restart and these kind of operation, or delete the VM, these kind of things that I wanted to do. You can also pretty much select this manually with console and click here, stop, reset, delete. So I'm just minimizing it. So you can also do click the system and the server and then do operations here. But so the console is pretty easy, anybody can do it. I wanted to show you how to do via console now. G Cloud, we'll just stop it for now. Compute, stop, sorry, instances, stop, and Linux system. So it's all, see, this will also execute, but it's always a good practice. So to give your machine name inside the codes, which is very good practice. So I'm sticking to my bad practice just to show this will also work. And for the next command that I'm going to show you, we will just give the codes there. And see, and you can also give a hyphen zone here, the zone. So this is a zone, so which will actually execute pretty fast. If you don't give that, that will still work, but that will checks through all the zones. Do you have any machine with the same name or something? So let's just without that we'll see how that works. See here, no zone specified, using zone -b. So it is smart enough to find it by itself, so you don't really have to do it. So here, the stopping instances Linux system, so the stopping is in progress now, so it's taking a little while. Wonderful. So we've got that instances stopped here, so that may not be reflecting here. You can just refresh to see. So now you have green here, that means it's up and running. I'm just going to click refresh here. Hope you've seen the difference here. Maybe you can just go a little back the video and then play it forward again. So now it's been changed. Let me just start it again. So to start the instance, gcloud compute. Now we'll stick to best practices. Instances, start, Linux system hyphen John US hyphen east 1 hyphen B, that we are able to see here. And now let's just see how it goes. So now starting the instance, the command executed successfully. Let's just go there and refresh. You see it, so it's working. So see, this has been because we've interrupted by stopping and starting, so this has been interrupted. If you want to get into it, you can just click on reconnect, which is pretty simple, and this is an amazing feature that I really liked. And you don't really have to have putty or any other tools to get into a machine. So this is wonderful. I personally liked it. So now you are on the machine again. Host name Linux system. So let's see this. Like I said, this shell is for GCP, Google Cloud Platform shell, and this is your the system shell. Now I'm gonna clear screen. Now I want to delete it. So remember that if you attach anything to that separately, which is associated with other services, that will not be deleted, but the metadata of that would have been kept under metadata of the instances. But what of the disk pretty much associated with this will be deleted. So I will show you whenever you created a system, right? If you go to disks here, so the disk will be created with the machine name here. So see here the persistent disk that we have selected during our provisioning, right? So this is pretty much, so the system name and size of it, John, and in use by, this is actually the system name, and this one actually the name of the disk. So whenever we delete that instances, this will also get deleted. Let's go to our VMs, and you still have it. So let me just execute a command to delete it. So the same if you want to do it via console, click on it, and this three, right, come here and delete. If you click delete, and then it will be deleted, but I don't want to do it via console, so I want to let everybody, so this console is pretty easy like I've shown here. I want to do it command line. So now, so gcloud compute instances delete Linux system hyphen John US East 1 hyphen B. Let's click it. Hoo-hoo! We got an error. So I've just missed the spelling mistake here, instances. So let's just go fix it. Boom. So it is asking us the permission. It will be lost. So yes, I don't care. Takes a little while. So the command executed successfully. After we've typed y here, the command executed successfully, and it's shown as it is deleted. It is deleted, and if you see, the VM disappeared from the console. So that is it for today. So this is how you launch an Linux instance, and then you do some operations via console and also command line. So please do subscribe if you like this video. Keep watching, keep learning. I am your Pavan Kumar Aleti. Bye bye.